Hey guys, I'm gonna be a little quiet here because I am sitting here with Petunia. So I thought it would be, I don't know, a bit hard, but maybe it may be useful to show sort of some of the stuff that we see, some of the critical care that we do here. So I think, as you know, I went up to the cemetery this morning. That's by my house. I was going to show you guys a really nice view of the sunrise over Kabul, because we hit the $500,000 mark, and I found this girl. So I won't show you the wounds on her body, but it looks like she probably had a fight of some sort, and she's got pus pouring out of several wounds that are on her ribs, and there's an infection all over her body, and as you can see, she's got pretty bad leishmaniasis as well as mange. And that's what's affecting the skin on her face. There's some strange swelling under her jaw, and there are other infected parts of her body. So I don't know. One cruelty of the universe is how long the body can just last. And how long it can survive despite stuff like this. I don't know if Petunia, which is what we've named her, I don't know if she will survive. I don't know if we will. I don't know if we'll let her die naturally, or if we decide that we're not able to humanely treat her, if we'll euthanize her. So it's not a fun thing playing God, but it's a resource. I mean, being able to give that sort of mercy is it's a pretty rare gift here, and I think it's an important one. So I'm not wearing gloves right now. I'm vaccinated for everything under the sun, and it's just nice to pet a little bit sometimes. Yeah. So she's on IV fluids, and we're monitoring her blood sugar, which is dipping and rising. She's probably very close to being septic, and I don't know if we can pull her out of it. She's on a combination of pain medicine to keep her comfortable, and I believe she is fairly comfortable. I'm going to put a little blanket over her. There we go. That's okay. It's actually my headscarf, so I'm going to go home bareheaded. She's on a combination of antibiotics for aerobic and anaerobic bacteria. She's on an anti-nausea medicine, so that all of these many meds that she's on don't make her feel sick. She's barely able to move at all. We're able to syringe feed her a little bit, but if we don't see some marked improvement, this really might be. She might be one of the ones that isn't able to make it. I don't know, this is, it's a bit like putting your heart through a cheese grater. So, I thought be a little hard, but good to show you this. We also brought in a lovely little puppy that we named Ecuador last night after he was called in. I won't go and see him because I have touched her. This is why we need to keep our doors open, even if we aren't able to save her. We cannot let her die alone and in pain. She at least is calm here and doesn't seem to fear the vets and the vet techs that are taking care of her. So if that's the best that we can give her, then it is something. And so somebody asked, why don't I post about the sustainability aspect of this airlift? And this is it. We're incredibly overloaded with animals, and with cases like this that come in. I hope that she does survive. I really hope that there is a turn. If she does, then we're looking at a month of critical care at least. And by critical care, I mean, IV meds, constant fluids, constant trained medical personnel with her, like right beside her, as close as I am, every minute of the day. And we're able to do this. We're able to do this here for a huge number of animals in our hospital. That's where I am right now. Spreadsheets everywhere, paperwork. We're able to do that because we have the space, and because our staff at this point just barely have the time. We're working at the edge of that, and all of these cute little puppies that we have, as they grow, they're no longer 1 pound, they're 70 pounds, and they take up space, they take up resources, and because of the humanitarian and economic crises here, there aren't many local adopters. We occasionally will find local adopters for cats, but it's a pretty rare thing. Will that change in a few years? I hope so. But right now, this airlift, which is it actually is it is economical. I said it yesterday. Works out to about $2,600 per animal. It gives us long-term stability, and it will give us the chance to get some breathing room. So since the withdrawal, we started off as a really small organization. We are now enormous. Growing that fast it's not easy. It's not an organic process. It's figuring out the internal procedures, the management, the HR, our protocols. Like it's really, really hard. And we haven't had a moment where we have had a break. Even after the last airlift, when we moved, it was 286 animals to Canada in January of 2022. 1 week before that, we had gotten 60 emaciated, abused working dogs in that then took up months and months of our time and resources. And also before that plane was booked, like we brought in way more animals than we could put on that plane. And so when it left, we still had 250 animals. And we then went almost broke in Canada because we ended up having to pay for all of the veterinary bills that happened there. And at that point we were sending out animals that really did need a lot of medical care, which is not true this time. This time we have resources, but in the fall of 2021, there was almost nothing in the country. We didn't have medicine. We were doing surgery by cell phone flashlight. They needed a lot more care there. And the organization that we partnered with at the time, who fundraised and said that they would cover all that, just actually didn't at all across the board. And so that ended up that ended up being a resource suck like almost nothing else. And so this time, part of the reason that we are micromanaging the shit out of it is we're responsible for these animals, and we're end to end going to ensure that they're getting to their homes, that they're getting to rescues that are responsible and will take wonderful care of these animals, and we will help those rescues and the adopters in every way possible going forward. But that will also, ideally, when the plane takes off, we will have under 200 animals in residence, and that will give us the time to put our energy towards refitting some of our facilities, making the facilities that are our sanctuary ones better suited and thriving for the animals that will live their whole lives here with us. And there are quite a lot of those. Right? It'll help us have time to build relationships with pharmaceutical and medical supply companies, so that we can work on getting better equipment and better medicine here. We want to work on setting up a really first world style diagnostic lab as much as that's possible. We want to go fully solar, so that it's not stinky and loud, having generators all the time. We want to work really hard on staff training and bring in more veterinarians for medical training, so that we just keep with continuing education. You can always learn more. There's a lot that we can do going forward. There's a lot that we can do for animals in this country going forward when we have that breathing space, and it'll help us. It'll help our staff have non-burnt out lives, because right now they are. I am. I've been living in burnout for a while, so I feel like I'm fine with it. But it's needed. It's needed. And on this end, we are barreling away like crazy. Crates, permits, because we have to do, so just as we're processing the USDA import permits and then the CDC reservations, we're also working on our export permits from the Ministry of Agriculture here, and we're working with the airline and the operator on the flight permits, which are going forward fine, and we're having no hitches here. We're working with the airline ground handling and the airport security, and things will work here. And it's going to be a marathon at a sprint pace for the next 20 days, but it will save a lot of lives. And what we need from you is we need continued help with outreach. We need funds. We're doing really, really well. And I hope that tonight, and I'll be up with you all night because I am every night, that we get more of these incredible, motivating match offers, and that we really, really barrel through towards our fundraising goal. We also need homes for 35 more dogs. So if you're interested in adopting, please reach out. There's a pinned post at the top of our page showing all of the dogs that can travel, that have all their paperwork ready to travel. And reach out to rescues. And all of the rescues that are taking our animals, if you would like one more dog, let me know. This is what we need from you. And we're working as hard as you are. We wouldn't ask you to do anything that we're not. So with that, and with a little bit petting, here we go. I'll let you go. Thank you.